I think it was a very musical session. It's music to everyone's ears. Questions don't seem to be stopping. How is it going, everyone? Having a good time? Well, I can assure you, you're going to have a better time now. Because I have some fun announcements. But before I get into that, I would like to thank all of you for being power users of BlueShift, sharing all your feedback to help us make BlueShift a truly better platform for all our users. And thank you for being here today. And I can't wait to talk about all the fun announcements. So I've grouped these into 4 buckets. The first set of features I'm going to announce for 2024 are around data integrations and data management. So as the MarTech ecosystem evolves, and as more and more marketers start using enterprise data warehouses as part of your tech stack, we felt that it was just prudent for us to build out native connectors to these EDW platforms. So I'm really happy, here it is, to announce that in 2024 we'll be building out native connections to Databricks and Google BigQuery. This will be in addition to Snowflake, of course, which we have. And with these native connectors, you can expect all your data jobs to happen in one place. So no out-of-platform jobs. All your data monitoring, alerting, reporting will happen inside the BlueShift platform. And you can do all of this through a very simple and intuitive UI. Right? You can set it up all under 15 minutes. No need for, we love developers, but no need for engineers or IT team members. You can do all of it yourself. And we have a demo coming up after this session, so you'll get to see how it's looking like. The next integration that I'm excited to announce is an integration with the analytics platform, Amplitude. So this will be a bidirectional integration, which will make it easy for your developers to not have to build out integrations into multiple platforms. So there's going to be no need to send event data to BlueShift, and then again, send the same event data to Amplitude. With this integration, you just need to send your data once and only to one destination, that's BlueShift. And once you do so, then you'll be able to control all the data elements that you want to send over to Amplitude. And because it's a bidirectional integration, once you send this event data to Amplitude, you run your analysis, you observe some interesting user insights based on their activities on your platform, you create your user cohort in Amplitude, you can sync that back into BlueShift, and then activate that user group, that audience from the BlueShift platform. In addition to these integrations, we'll also build out a data dashboard for you to monitor all your data health from one place. Right? So all your export and import job statuses, you can manage them. You can view your data schemas. You can view your error reports, get all your alerts and notifications, all from a single screen. The next group of features that I'm excited to announce are related to live content. So some of you might know what live content is. For those you don't, live content is a channel that allows you to personalize the content in your website as and when users are interacting with your website. Right? And in 2024, we are going to make the live content product more intuitive and more user-friendly so that more of you can go and take advantage of it. So the first thing in this list is live content in the Journey Builder. So now you not only have the ability to orchestrate through traditional channels like email, cloud apps, but you can also orchestrate campaigns on your website from within the Journey Builder. Right? So if a user abandons their cart, you can send them an email message. You can also follow that up with a pop-up notification on your website reminding them of items waiting in their cart. And we are going to revamp the Live Content Studio. We are going to bring in a visual editor to it so that you can build beautiful live content that's aligned with your branding, right, without any need to know HTML. And we are going to offer more ways for you to engage your customers on your website through content formats like banners, pop-ups, landing pages, of course, in addition to the embedded content that you already have with Live Content today. And if that's not enough, we are going to introduce browser push notifications to give that extra nudge to your users to take that final action. Go buy our product. Don't just leave it there. The next set of features that I'm going to talk about, I know a lot of you have been waiting for it eagerly. And I'm really excited that it's finally going to happen. The wait is finally over. You're going to see a lot more ammunition in our Journey Builder, starting with more messaging channels. I just talked about live content, but just similar to live content, you'll be able to have syndication triggers in the Journey Builder. So going back to that abandoned cart example, a user leaves some items in their cart, you send them an email, you show them a pop-up notification, but guess now what else you can do? You can also show them an ad when they're browsing through their Instagram feed, all from within the Journey Builder. You can also update your customer data from within the Journey Builder when they take some action. So for example, you send them an email about ice creams, and they click on it. Then you know that this person loves ice creams. Ice cream lover, check. You can go and update their customer profile. Not that anyone doesn't like ice creams, but I wouldn't judge them if they don't. Also, we'll let you test your journeys better. We'll introduce an A/B split trigger. So now you can test different sequences of your messaging and your journey. So for instance, you can test whether a push notification followed by email does a better job than sending an email followed by a push notification or vice versa. And finally, we'll also make it really easy for you to manage your jobs within the Journey Builder through this execution status trigger. With this, you'll be able to set up backup actions if an action fails. So for example, if you have a Cloud App trigger to create a lead in Salesforce when someone new signs up for your product, and for some reason, maybe Salesforce API is down, that Cloud App call fails. Now you can actually have a backup trigger to send maybe a Slack notification to an internal channel, letting everyone know, hey, by the way, the Salesforce automation didn't work. Please go and manually create a trigger and create a lead. So with these enhancements, I believe that the Journey Builder can truly become the control center for all your customer journey automation requirements. Last but definitely not the least, this group of features will help you get better insights about your customers and their behavior, right? So let's take a look. Audience Insights. We just saw a demo earlier today. Audience Insights can help you get a better understanding of the composition of your customer base, and it can help you see how different customer cohorts are contributing to your top line and bottom line metrics. And all of this is available via the same Insights UI that you're so familiar with today. And the thing about Audience Insights is that you don't need to run any campaign on Blueshift. This is based off your customer and event data that you're already sending over to us. So all you just need to do is go in and see what this data looks like using the Audience Insights reports. And almost as an extension to it, we're also going to offer segment trend reporting. So what this is going to allow you to do is to see how important segments of users have grown or shrunk over time. So for instance, you have SMS subscribers, and you want to see how SMS subscribers have grown month over month. Now you can. Or churn risk customers. You can see if they've declined quarter over quarter based on all the campaigns you've been running. Now you can. And not only can you see the trends of these segments, but you can also compare these trends against the trends of your overall customer base. Some of you might be using syndications. For those of you who aren't, like syndications allow you to send your first-party data over to paid media platforms. Now, with our syndication conversion reporting, we will help you measure the engagement syndications are actually driving for you by helping you close the loop between syndications from the Blueshift platform, where you send the data over to the paid media platform, where you run the ads, and then users see those ads and come and visit your website. We help you close that loop and help you measure the overall conversion of your syndications from within the Blueshift platform. And the final announcement I have for today may be top of mind for some of you here. As digital fraud keeps rising, organizations start employing more and more restrictive policies to control the rise of digital fraud. And a lot of organizations today are employing security applications that scan through the messages, the incoming messages of all their employees, and look for suspicious content, whether it's in the message or whether it's in the link. And the good thing is that, yes, they can mitigate the risks for their organizations, but the unfortunate consequence of that is that it leads to synthetic clicks that can actually inflate your engagement stats. Right? And this does impact your measurements. With the bot activity filters, we will be able to give you insights into the activity source of these clicks so that you'll be able to get an estimate of what percentage of those clicks were actual human user generated and what percentage of those clicks were generated by bots. I'm really excited about these features, and I can't wait for you to start using them. I'm not sure if we have time for questions. Yes, we'll take one. Yes, so that is also bot. That's Apple bots. And Apple bots are just happily opening. These bots that we are talking about are happily clicking. So in addition to all the prefetch opens, which you already have access to, these bots are going one step further, looking at the links, seeing like where these links are redirecting users to. Are they redirecting users to some suspicious websites? But in the process of trying to filter that out, they are ending up clicking on your emails and driving additional clicks that are not actual human users. Yes, Jeff?
For the conversions API, how does it understand? Does it understand if the syndication was going to a campaign that drove the conversion? Or is it simply I syndicated somebody to Facebook and they came through the Facebook paid, therefore the syndication gets credit? Is it down to a campaign level? Tell us more.
Yes. So as with anything, there will be evolution. It's not as smart. We need a human in the loop, and that human is going to be you. You're going to help tell us what that campaign is on Facebook. So we know, okay, this is that campaign that you ran with this syndication. Otherwise, we can guess, we can hallucinate, but we are not going to do that. Yes, please.
So kind of jumping off Jeff's question,
Yeah.
is that going to be via just putting in the query parameters that are being used for the campaign, or is that like actually integrating with Facebook and saying, hey, I'm clicking on this is the campaign I'm running in Meta or Google Ads or whatever?
Good question. So short answer, Facebook doesn't share any more information with us than they do, right? So it'll be based on the query parameters that you use to identify those campaigns. And we'll be looking for those query parameters in all the data that you already sent to us. All you need to do is inform us what those query parameters are, and we'll be paying attention to that and tying that information together and presenting it to you in a way that you'll be able to correlate everything together. Any other questions? In case you still have more questions, I'll still be around. And please feel free to find me, and I'll be happy to answer them. But for now, it's time for me to kick it over to Todd to take us through the next set of agenda items for the afternoon. Over to you, Todd.